Hey everybody, welcome to HomeRecordingMadeEasy.com and here on my YouTube channel. And this time out, we're going to take a look at yet another great plugin by the company Audified. This is the ToneSpot Electric Pro. This is the electric guitar version of the ToneSpot series. If you've been watching any of the other prior videos I've done quite a few now. Plugin walkthroughs and reviews of the ToneSpot series by Audified. All the links will be in the description box below. We took a look at the acoustic guitar one, the bass one, the drums. They're really, really great. These are great plugins, and pretty soon I'm going to probably do a demonstration of an entire mix using nothing but the ToneSpot series. So we're going to take a listen to this on some electric guitars today, walk you through the plugin, and then you can go demo it by clicking the link in the description box. But before we get to that, if you like what you see in this video, you got to hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, let you know when I'm posting new content. Also go out to HomeRecordingMadeEasy.com and get your 5 free mixing training courses. It's my gift to you just for visiting HomeRecordingMadeEasy.com. And if you want to learn the craft of mixing in a very non-technical way, head on over to MixingMadeEasy.net. You'll love MixingMadeEasy.net. Go there today, check it out, let me know what you think. Let's get into Studio One here and let's take a look at the Audified ToneSpot Electric Pro. So, just like all the other ToneSpot series, they're laid out exactly the same way. It's very consistent. It's what I love about this ToneSpot series by Audified. This is a very cool plugin. It's got a lot of knobs and a lot of dials, and I know it looks intimidating, but it actually really isn't. Great all-in-one plugin to enhance your electric guitar sounds, whether it's a dry signal or whether it's already kind of a, recorded amp, maybe with a little light drive and crunch. You can really change the tonality to fit the mix in the project that you're working on. So let's walk through this plugin. Very first thing that I love to say about the Audified's plugins is that you can resize the size of the GUI, the plugin itself, right over here. 125%, I can make it 75%, which I can't see because I'm an old man. You can even make it 200%. Look at that. Rock and roll, right? Let's go down to 125%. I love that. I wish every plugin manufacturer would do this. Over here at the top left-hand corner, you have your channel left, right. You have your input here. Next to that, you have your automatic gain control that'll turn off the input. It will automatically adjust the input level based on the program material coming in. Down here on the left-hand side, we have our voicing section, classic, heavy, what's that say? Choco, hyper, sing or sine, and V. We'll take a listen to what that means. Again, it's some EQ curves is what that really is. Character, we have vintage, natural, modern. We have a bright switch, a scoop switch, and a low 5 switch to really shape the sound of the guitar, which is great. We have a saturation section with a gain, and we can mix it in how much saturation we want to really have. Next to that, we have our shaping section, which is the EQ section. We have low cut, boom, body, paper. Again, those names are indicative to what you would think it would sound like, so you don't really have to know the frequencies. The names will kind of cue you into what it's going to actually do. But underneath it, you can see boom. It could be at 120 hertz or 140. The body would be between 300 and 400. And the paper would be from 600 to 800. Those are very specific frequencies that are chosen specifically for electric guitar. So you don't have to think about where kind of the fundamental and the more targeted frequencies for an electric guitar are. They've already done that for you. Underneath that, we have, what is this? The wood, the steel, and the air. And again, wood would be 1 to 1.5K, 3 to 4K, 4 to 8K, and we have a high cut. In the center here, we have our smash, which is our compressor, real simple. One dial kind of lowers the threshold, fast or slow attack. We have a gain reduction meter here. We have our makeup gain, and then we can also use the mix button or the mix dial to dial in some of the dry signals. So you can have a fully compressed signal coming through, or you can have anywhere in between 0 and 100%. Great for things like parallel compression. Next to that, we have our surgery. Again, a little bit more fine tuning on the EQ, low, high EQ, 5K, low frequency of 50 hertz. And we have some gain knobs here as well. So the low and the high ends. Then we have a full effects section, which is really cool. We have a tremolo, a modulation, chorus flanger, phaser, a delay, analog, digital, and a doubler. We have some reverb here, room, spring, and plate. You can adjust the decay settings on the reverb and the delay. For the chorusing and the tremolo, we have the modulation, intensity, and also a mix how much of the mix you want to put in or how much of the effect you want to mix in with the dry signal. Lastly, we have the finalizer here, which is kind of an exciter, kind of is the way I kind of describe it. Again, with some tonal variations, a fat switch, a tight switch, and a smooth switch or button, okay? Oh, and then up top, we have our output here, and we have our automatic gain control, and then we can turn the whole plugin on and off by doing this. So that is the layout of the plugin. Also, if you click on the little wrench, you can go to the website. You can also get the manual here as well if you want to read all about it. And then you also have a bunch of presets, which are actually very usable, at least in the other ToneSpot series. We picked a couple of these as a starting point, and then we can tweak from there. So on this one electric guitar here, and again, we'll do this as solo so you can hear it, and then we'll do it in the context of the mix. But here is a bridge section of kind of a clean, very slightly saturated electric guitar. I'll put it in the center, so, okay. Right here, I got the preset rhythm guitar. If I were to shut it off. So to add a little bit of gain reduction here, let's walk through what this really is. And you can hear the delay. We'll turn off the effects for a second. Okay, so on this guitar, let's just cycle through a little bit of the voicing, classic, heavy, and we'll go through all the voicing sections on that loop of music just so you can hear what that does. Let it loop around again. Okay, the V's more scooped. So classic is pretty good, but again, very, very different voicings. What I love about the ToneSpot series, even though there's a lot of different settings and a lot of different choices, like here you have, what, 6 different choices of the voicing. They're all very musical and they're very different from each other. So they're not just a bunch of knobs that really don't do much. You instantly hear a very audible difference, which gives you the ability to really shape the sound that you're going for. Let's go to character. We're on vintage right now. Natural. Turn the bright switch off. Scoop sound, lo-fi. Okay, now you can also turn on and off the entire section like here in the character section just by turning this button on and off up top here. I forgot to mention that. Okay, so we're on the kind of the modern setting here. Go to the natural setting. I kind of like that a little better. Okay, let's go to our saturation and crank that up. Here quite a bit. A little much, but if it was something like a guitar with a fuzz box on it, that might be kind of helpful to kind of enhance the fuzz maybe, but in this case, we'll dial this back a little. No saturation. Nice. Okay, now in the shaping section, again, I picked the rhythm guitar preset. So it kind of already picked, you added 3.5 dB to 140, added 3 dB to 300, 1.5 dB to 600. So we can also add a low cut here, which is probably a good idea. Around 100 hertz. No EQ section. Nice. Add some air. Maybe decay. Very subtle, and that's great too. A lot of plugin manufacturers, especially with EQ, when things are very, very hyped, especially on the top end, things will get very harsh sounding. This, at least on this particular track, doesn't sound that way. It's very subtle on the top end, and I like that. When the top end of this EQ is pretty smooth. Okay, we got a little compressor here. We're compressing a few dB here. You can compress as much as you want. Without the compressor, probably get some makeup gain going here. Nice. Surgery if you had more, again, after the compressor, because the signal's flowing through left to right here. So after the EQ, we're going to the compressor, and then we can actually, with another EQ after the fact if we wanted. Doesn't seem to really be doing too much. Let's look at our effects here. We have a little bit of reverb here. I want to turn off this delay. How do I do that? Probably down here. Let's try that. Okay, here's a room reverb. Let's go to a spring. Nice. Turn down the decay a little. Maybe the mix. Plate. That's the plate. Kind of like the spring on this kind of guitar. Let's go back up to the spring. Oh, gotta hit the button, sorry. Okay, let's try the finalizer, then we'll bypass the plugin, and then we'll do it in the context of the mix. Let's hope Studio One doesn't crash on me here. Come on. Oh, there we go. Okay, the finalizer. We turn it off. It's adding about 2 dB. Smooth maybe. So I probably turn down the output to compensate for the increased volume. Okay, so let's bypass the plugin totally as we're looping around, and then we'll do it in the context of the mix. That's what we started with. That's what we ended up with. Really shapes the sound quite nicely. Again, you have every tool you need to make this guitar sound the way you want, right? Now let's bring in the rest of the band. Now again, this mix has not a single plugin on it anywhere. I'm gonna take out the vocals just so we don't have any kind of copyright dealios here, because you know how YouTube can be these days. So let's just play back, because we have other, we'll play back that section with that guitar in it. Then the other guitars that are in the mix, again, this is not mixed really at all, are in as well, so we're going to hear those, but we'll kind of get this one guitar in the bridge to kind of sit in. without this plugin, it kind of gets lost in the mix. And I got turned it up a little bit too loud just so you can kind of hear it on top of the mix. And again, this is not mixed at all, so you got to keep that in mind. But again, you can really get this guitar to sound any way you want. And again, I just picked a preset and tweaked it. Now there's a bunch of other presets here as well, if you wanted to just solo this up again and just kind of hear what the other presets do. Essential. It's going to cut the boom out, right? And that might be more appropriate in the mix with all the other guitars playing, right? So that kind of is more appropriate with all the keyboards, the pianos, and all the other guitars and the bass kind of coming along, where this is just kind of a fill-in. I originally had this panned over to one side a little bit. Yeah, a little bit of finalizer to it. Okay, so just picking a preset and then just tweaking it to your liking. There's a lot of options here, and that's great. So this is just a quick little down and dirty look. But again, I've done a lot of the ToneSpot series by Audified now, and every one of them has been a winner. They're super affordable. Again, you can go demo it for free. Click the link in the description box. There are lots of plugins on the market. These all-in-one plugins are tough. This is a special category. A lot of companies try to make all-in-one plugins when they come to all the instruments, but electric guitar for me is one of the most finicky ones, and I've listened to lots of them, and not many of them sound very good. They may have one or two things that may sound good, but they're limited in control, where this gives you an enormous amount of control to really change the sound any way you want. And then the built-in effects piece of it is nice too. So for an all-in-one plugin, I think this is really, really good. And it's great to have in your toolbox for that guitar that you just, maybe like in this case where we recorded a guitar that was kind of, excuse me, broken up a little bit, but just didn't sound right. When you get to the mixing stage, you can enhance it with this. Or you can use this for a completely dry signal, and you can have your, you can have like a direct box where you have your amp go in on one channel and the dry direct signal from the guitar on another. And then you can use this after the fact to shape that sound however you want during the mixing process, and then maybe blend it with the original amp or however you want to do it. This would be great for that as well. So again, I think another great plugin by Audified. Click the link in the description box, go out to their website, demo it, and check it out. And let me know what you think in the comments below. So I hope you liked this video, taking a look at the Audified ToneSpot Electric Pro. My name's been Dave with HomeRecordingMadeEasy.com. Go to HomeRecordingMadeEasy.com. Get your 5 free mixing training courses. Go to MixingMadeEasy.net. Check out all the great stuff I have in the description box below. And until the next video, I have been Dave with HomeRecordingMadeEasy.com, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.